Welcome. I was literally just talking to myself because my microphone wasn't turned on. I was too busy attaching this elf on the shelf to my microphone stand to remember to turn on my microphone. But anyways, welcome. It is Thursday. I'm actually on my way back from Florida as you listen to this. If you're listening to this on Thursday, I'm recording this on Friday before we leave for our Disney extravaganza. We're going to be at the park for a day and a half, and then we're going to be on the cruise, the new cruise. It's called Treasure, and we're going to be on that for 3 nights, and I'm so excited. We've never been on a cruise before. I don't know what to expect. I have been so stressed about packing and trying to figure out what we need, what we don't need. At the end of the day, you can get anything that you might need at Disney. So I need to just like calm down and remember that all we need is the essentials. And at the end of the day, if we forgot something, we need something, you can always just get it there. So that's my mindset right now, just so that I can sleep tonight and not stress about packing so much. Speaking of packing, I was like, oh, I should bring a pair of jean shorts because, it's warm in Florida, right? That's what they say anyways. So I should get a pair of jean shorts because a lot of the shorts that I brought are like Lululemon shorts or like athletic shorts. It's like, yeah, I'll just try on my jean shorts, see which ones fit, and pack the ones that are the most comfortable. Well, turns out none of them fit. Okay. I have sizes of jean shorts ranging from 27 all the way to 29, which is not, I shouldn't have said all the way because it's 3 sizes, 27, 28, 29. None of them fit. I don't know what. And I was trying to explain this to my husband last night. I was like, I have gained so much weight, and you might not be able to tell just in general for like if you look at pictures of me or whatever, because I'm so tall. It's like hard to notice because it's so stretched out. But my clothes like hardly fit. My favorite thing to wear right now is just dresses because you don't have to put an outfit together. It's loose. Like if you get a loose dress, even if it's tight, like it doesn't really matter. It's more comfortable than wearing jeans or pants that don't fit. So anyways, in my mind, like I've never bought size 30 in my life. And so I was like, do I buy all my pants that I love wearing, like the effortless pants from Aritzia, jeans from Zara, like the wide leg, full length jeans from Zara are amazing because they're long enough for me and I can never find jeans that are long enough. I'm like, do I order these things in a size 30 now? Like, I don't want to. I don't know what's going on. So I was talking about it with my husband last night and I was like, maybe like I went back on birth control in June. Could it be that because people always say like, oh, birth control makes me gain weight. I've never experienced that before, and I was on birth control my whole life. So I don't think that it's that unless at this age, birth control affects me differently. I don't know, but it's wild. I don't feel like I'm eating any differently. Like before I was working out a lot and I was like, oh, it must be like I'm building muscle. I don't know what's going on. So anyways, I ordered a size, all that to say, none of my jean shorts fit me. So I ordered a size 30 Levi's jean shorts from Aritzia, and they came in yesterday and I'm like, perfect. So I go to try them on and like they're still tight. Like I would probably wear a 31. But anyways, I'm just going to bring them and hopefully they stretch out a little bit. But even still, like I'm uncomfortable like showing my legs, if that like that's so not me, but I just like feel uncomfortable. Like I'm so uncomfortable. So anyways, and that's another thing. Like in my mind, I was like, hey, I like really want to lose 10 pounds. And it's not because I want to be healthy and active. I don't like the way that I feel right now. I don't like the way clothes feel on my body. And then it got me thinking about how if anybody says that they want to lose weight, like it's almost like you get shit on. It's like, no, like you have to love your body no matter what it looks like. And it's like, yeah, I still love my body. Like it's great. It gets me through the day and it's, it's pretty cool body, but I'm still not comfortable and I want to lose weight simply for the fact of losing weight. And that's okay. Like I'm allowed to say that. So anyways, I've never been like on a diet or like tried to actively lose weight before. So I've never been in this predicament. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because I'm not gonna not eat what I want to eat. Like I've never been that kind of, look at me. I know that gluten is not good for me and I still eat it all the time because I'm like, well, I want to eat it. So anywho, if you see a picture of me from Disney in my size 30 jean shorts, just like it and tell me how good I look, okay? Thanks, guys. So we leave early tomorrow morning, fly out from Toronto, go to Orlando. And today is a big day of getting things ready for the dog sitter. She's going to come stay with the dogs. So it's like washing bedding, doing the final like packing stuff. I just realized as I was upstairs putting laundry in that I haven't packed pajamas for Milo. Like, how did I forget that entire category? So I just want to go over everything. And then the biggest thing is packing a carry-on when you're traveling with kids on an airplane. And I don't know how long the transfer ride is going to be from the airport to Disney World. I've never done that before. So I don't know what to expect there. I should probably look that up. Like, do we need snacks? Like, should we pick anything up at the airport before we get in the car? And then when we get to the hotel, they're probably going to take our luggage, and then we will want to have things readily available to be able to just go spend some time in the park, so they can store our luggage until our room is ready. So it's like figuring out all those logistical things. And then people were also saying the day that you go on the cruise ship, so when you travel from the hotel at Disney World to the port where you get on the ship, it's important to have a day bag packed because it's similar in the sense that they're going to take your luggage and it'll show up at your room later in the day, but you're going to want to do stuff on the boat. So you want to make sure you have like your bathing suit, sunscreen, a hat, like that kind of stuff. So just got to think over those things and make sure we have all that stuff ready to go. So anyways, today is a random, I noticed as I was looking at the calendar that this is the last episode before I go on a 2-week break for the holiday season. I've never done that before, so yay me. And yesterday it just kind of happened magically, if you will, because yesterday Milo, it was a snow day again, good Lord. And Milo, every snow day, they have a meeting with his class. Like all the grade ones do a little video call. It's the cutest thing in the world at 9 a.m. And then they do one at 3 p.m. And so yesterday, when we did the meetings, at the beginning of each meeting, the teacher just kind of lets each kid say something like, oh, is there something you wanted to tell everybody? And it's super cute. But I was in the kitchen tidying up and we have an elf on the shelf. Okay. This episode is about Elf on the Shelf, by the way, because I have lots of things to say. And I was doing some research last night and I asked you guys your thoughts on the Mom Room Instagram account. And I want to go over some of those. It's a lot. There's a lot to dissect here. So I will say before, okay, no, let me get to the mom guilt. Let me get to the mom guilt part of this story and why I even decided to discuss this as a topic today. I was cleaning the kitchen. Milo is on his class meeting and I can hear all the kids that are taking turns telling the class something. Every single one of them is so excited and telling everybody what their elf did that day. Like, oh my God, he was in the kitchen eating chocolates. And another kid was like, oh, my elf is coming this weekend because my mommy was saying he got stuck in New York City and he had to make his way to Canada. And another kid was like, oh, my elf was hanging from the ceiling and so on and so forth. And I'm listening to the absolute joy in these kids' voices in telling everybody the story of where their elf was, what they were doing. And I'm in the kitchen like, oh my God, we have an elf, but he literally just sits on the TV stand. Like he doesn't move. I thought before I had a child, I thought Elf on the Shelf is the best thing in the world. Like this is 30% of the reason why I want to have a child is because I just want to do Elf on the Shelf. I think I bought Elf on the goddamn shelf before I even had a child because I was like, I cannot wait. But then I had a child and the holiday season came about and I was like, this is terrible. I don't want to do this anymore. Who thought this was a good idea? So we never did it. We have our elf. We bring him out every time we bring out the Christmas decorations and we just kind of like sit him somewhere or like we'll sit him in the tree. It's not a big thing. You know, we never actually read the book about like the rules and where the elf comes from and what they're doing and stuff like that because I didn't really like that part of Elf on the Shelf. Like I like the idea that you wake up and he's doing something silly. That's fun. It's almost like an advent calendar, right? It's like every day in December you wake up and you're opening a little thing, which we are doing an advent calendar this year. Side note, Milo wanted an advent calendar that had candy in it, not chocolate. Good luck trying to find an advent calendar that has candy in it. I could not find one. So what we did was we ordered these little boxes on Amazon. They're like decorated for Christmas. They're just like little reusable cardboard boxes, and they're labeled 1 to 24. And so each day we fill one of those with just like a little tiny candy thing and put it out in the morning. Here's the thing. Even just that, not having an advent calendar that's just laying out ready to go and he comes and just like peels off the number of the day that it is, we have to remember the night before to get the little box out and put whatever candy item in the box and put it out. Like, I have forgotten the last 2 nights, but thank God my husband is on the ball and not everything is always on me, and he is just as into these things and actively involved. So I have woken up both days where I thought I forgot and they were out on the kitchen table for Milo. And I was like, thank you. Like, I actually messaged him and I was like, thank you so much for doing the advent calendar. I totally forgot yesterday. As he should, you know? So anyways, teamwork makes the dream work. So anyways, I'm in the kitchen. Let's like rewind. I'm in the kitchen feeling terrible because in my mind, I'm like, Milo doesn't have a story to tell about what his elf did. His elf doesn't do fucking anything. So I immediately felt bad. And so last night I was like, I need to make an episode about this and talk about Elf on the Shelf because it's similar to when I was talking about birthday parties. And I was saying how out of control birthday parties are nowadays. But as parents, you feel like you have to do what everybody else does for their birthday party because you don't want your child to be the only one that doesn't get to have their birthday party at like the big play place with their whole class like everybody else does, because that's what they've learned birthday parties are, and that's what they're probably expecting. And sure, you can have a conversation with them and try and explain, but like they're 6, they're 5, they're 4. Like, are they really going to get it? So it's like the whole thing about how parents just don't want their kids to feel bad or have like negative emotions. Like, that is me with Elf on the Shelf. Like, I feel so bad. But in my mind, and a lot of people wrote this in their comments to me on Instagram, it is another thing that is just like mental load added to what is already a really busy season. Like, look, I can't even remember some nights to put a little piece of candy in a box and put it out. And now I have to like fabricate some big like ordeal with an elf with like products in my house. So anyways, I had so many thoughts going through my mind yesterday when all the kids were talking about what their elf was doing. And I just felt so bad. And I was like, see, this is why parents just end up doing it, because now I want to freaking do it. Now I'm probably going to do Elf on the Shelf because like from now till Christmas, how many days do I have left? I think I counted, it was like 11 or something. So I'm going to do it because I feel freaking bad. And like, I want him to be excited like the other kids were excited. And anyways, it's like a whole thing. But what I did last night is I looked up the rules of Elf on the Shelf. I was like, where did this fucking guy come from? Like, what are the rules? Because I know a lot of the kids, even when I was listening in on the class meeting, it was like, oh, you can't touch the elf though. And I knew that was a rule, like you can't touch the elf. And I guess it's just to prevent kids from touching the elf. But I was like, what are all the rules? Like, let's dive in. So I Googled last night, Elf on the Shelf, and I think it's been around since 2000, if I remember correctly. And here are the rules every parent should know for Elf on the Shelf. Now, keep in mind, these are the rules that were laid out by the people that developed it, but like you don't have to follow this. Again, like if we are to do Elf on the Shelf, there's no rules, you know? He's not like creepily watching you and reporting back to Santa every night. Like, that's freaking weird. So here we go. Number 1, there's no set date for your elf to appear. So elves can appear. There's an elf return week, which is between November 24th to December 1st. So within that week, your kids should expect them to arrive. But if elves come before or after those dates, I'm assuming this is just like giving parents leeway to like mess up the dates of when their elf comes back. I don't know. I don't know why this is like a whole thing. But elves can come before or after those dates. So if yours is late, don't worry. It's completely normal. Like, okay, I'm not worried. It's me taking it out of a box and bringing it into the house. I'm not worried. Number 2, he or she needs a name. I did not know this. So they are scout elves and they are scouting for Santa, basically, is what they're doing. So you can pick your elf name and they need a name. Our elf does not have a name. So that's one thing we got to do. Number 3, elves must constantly move around your home. So when they come to your home, my husband keeps freaking texting me. So when your husband comes down from the North Pole, they have playful personalities and they like to wander around your home and pop up in different rooms each day. So your kids might find them building an igloo in the freezer, swinging from the dining room chandelier, hiding out in a Christmas stocking, or even taking over Barbie's pink convertible for a ride. So every day when your kids wake up, they should be in a different location. Elves can't move during the day. So during the day, they, I guess, stay where they were when the kids woke up, and they wait until kids go to bed, and then they go to the North Pole to report back to Santa and come back and get into mischief, I guess. So every night when the kids are sleeping, they go to Santa, tell Santa what's up, and then they come back. That's the next rule. So number 5, each night elves report back to Santa. Okay, like that's weird. It also, okay, the thing about the elf is going back to Santa to tell them if you've been good, like to report on your behavior. Like, I don't like that. Like, these kids are young. Like, they're going to have not the best behavior all the time. Like, I don't, and I'm 39 years old. So to put in their minds, and clearly after listening to the kids on the class meeting talk about Elf on the Shelf, this is legit. Like, this is real. Okay. For them, this is real. So for them to think that all day this elf is watching them, and if they do have a hiccup in their behavior or they get into a fight with their sibling, whatever it might be, they're probably now stressed that happened and the elf is going to go tell Santa about what happened. Like, that doesn't feel good to me. And let's give them a little bit of space. Like, December is busy, it's chaotic, and yeah, a meltdown or two may occur. And that's okay, They struggle with bedtime one night. I don't want them to be panicked that this little bitch is going to go tell Santa. I don't like that part of it. Listen, every night when your kids are fast asleep, your family's elf reports back to Santa. That's why your kids will want to make sure they are being extra good during the day so they can stay on the nice list. How is this legal? How is this legal? What do child psychologists think about this? I got to ask one. Oh, I got to ask. Tanya, what's going on with Elf on the Shelf? Okay, number 6, elves can only move at night. Okay, we know that. 7, elves always have a good reason if they don't move. So this is funny. So if your elf doesn't move, so AKA the parents forgot to move the elf, it could be because the elf ate way too many cookies when they went back to the North Pole. And when they flew back, they immediately fell asleep in the same spot. Or they wanted to play a trick on everyone. Or it could be that when the elf was reporting back to Santa, they might have had to complete some special tasks that took longer than they expected, so they couldn't figure out a new hiding location. So this is giving parents ammunition to what they're going to say to their kids if they forget to move the damn elf. Okay, number 8, elves cannot be touched. This is cute. I kind of like this. So elves are very fragile and sensitive to touch. Therefore, if someone touches them, it causes them to lose their magical powers and they can no longer communicate with Santa. But there's an exception to the rule. Parents can touch them when they help the elf get to a new hiding location. Thanks for pointing that out. If something happens and your elf loses its magical powers because someone touched them during the day, this is number 9. Don't panic. because this is how your elf can get their magical powers back. They can contact Santa. So grab a pen and paper, write him an apology note saying sorry. This is crazy. So if your kid touches the elf during the day, they lose their magical powers, and you're like, there you go. The elf can't go back to Santa now to report on your behavior. So I guess you're not on any list. You're not getting any presents. But then you're like, there's some things that we can do to restore the elf's magical powers. You need to write an apology letter to Santa explaining why you touched the elf and saying that you will never touch the elf again. This is weird. I don't like that one, but I do like this one. You sprinkle cinnamon on them and then their magical powers will come back. Like, I'll use that one. That's cute. Writing a letter to Santa apologizing for touching the elf. Like, that is loco banana sandwich. And the third one is good too. To bring back the elf's magical powers, you can sing. Sure, I'll sing. Let's do it. Number 10, elves cannot talk to humans. Okay. 11, elves must leave on Christmas Eve. So they go back to the North Pole on Christmas Eve and they let Santa know which kids belong on the nice list and which kids belong on the naughty list. Again, that's fucking weird. Like, I don't like that. Ugh. Anyways, I don't like the background stuff and like these rules. Some are really cute, like little things like, oh, you accidentally touch your elf. Like, let's sprinkle some cinnamon on him. Like, that's cute. Okay. But the fact that they're reporting behavior back to Santa, don't like hard no. And I don't know, it's just weird. But anyways, some of the comments that you guys wrote in. So lots of people were pointing out the mental load thing. And it was like, think about all the things that we have to get done during the holiday season, all the things that are on our mind with like gifts and, you know, the schools are always doing like donation things. We adopt a family every year. So we're buying for that family and like getting all of that organized, making plans to get together with family and then hosting and the food and it's a lot. Putting up the decorations, it's a lot because just everyday life is a lot. And now add on December and what the holidays bring, even though it's enjoyable and it's fun, it's a lot to think about. A lot going on in our minds. So to have to do something elf on the shelfy every single night just adds to that like overload of things going on in our minds. So a lot of people pointed that out. One comment that made me laugh so hard about elf on the shelf. I was just like casually having my coffee, like scrolling through what you guys said this morning. And someone goes, I hate this little snitch bitch. Funny. Okay. I thought to end, I went on Pinterest. Yes, I did. I did some research and I found some really easy but cute elf on the shelf ideas. And I'm going to quickly go through them. I know by the time this airs, maybe I'll clip this and post it early so that you guys have these ideas. If you are going to do elf on the shelf, I feel like I kind of have to now. Like, I felt so bad yesterday. Which like, what does that say about me as a person? Like, am I weak and like lame because I felt like everybody else was doing it and enjoying it and I want my kid to have the same experience? Like, no, that's called, I'm just like a mom. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to quickly go through these and then I'm going to head off to get this freaking house ready and pack for Disney. So the first one is you just stick the elf. Let me start this over. Some easy elf on the shelf ideas for you guys to do. So the elf is sticking out of a cereal box and you just write with the cereal like, hi, Milo. Number 2, elf is in a sock and then you have some action figures in other socks next to them and it's like a sleepover party. Number 3, this is really cute. You just put the elf next to a glass of water with 2 floating eyeballs and a mini carrot in the glass of water. And you write a note about how the snowman melted. You put a baking sheet, I forget what number I'm on. You put a baking sheet on the stove, put flour or sugar, I guess sugar, on the baking sheet and move the elf so that it looks like they were doing snow angels in the sugar. And then you set up the elf on a bench. So he's like raised up with a book, a Christmas book in his lap, like he's reading to a bunch of stuffed animals that are on the ground. This was cute. Putting him next to your kid's lunch bag and with a note that said, I wrapped your lunch. Enjoy your last day of school. Christmas is coming. And they wrapped each thing that was in the kid's lunch with wrapping paper, like Christmas wrapping paper. That's really funny. This is cute. So they stacked up a bunch of soup cans from the ground to the top of the counter, and the elf was standing on it, like trying to get into a bag of cookies. Oh my God, this is funny. So the elf is crouched on the bathroom counter with the toothbrush like at their butt. And it was like, I borrowed your butt brush. I hope you don't mind. I want my husband to do Elf on the Shelf for me. And then they're taped to a cupboard that says, "Don't play with tape. This stuff is sticky. Help me." And then there's one where they're sitting on like a little bench with a bowl of marshmallows, like little marshmallows, and they're feeding them to dinosaur action figures. Oh, this is funny. They're holding a phone, and the screensaver of the phone is them with the kid while the kid is sleeping. It's a little bit creepy, but I thought it was cute. Wrapped in string hanging upside down from a cupboard, and then Spider-Man figurines are like holding the string at the bottom as if they tied him up. And then this one is toilet paper going from the top of the shower curtain to like a shelf on the wall, and they're kind of in a toilet paper hammock, just lounging. And so those are the ideas that I wanted to share with you guys in case you needed any. And maybe I'll clip this and put it out soon because we need these ideas. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Elf on the Shelf. I hope everybody has such an amazing holiday season. I hope you are able to have some time off. I hope you're able to have some alone time. I hope you're able to get things done that you've wanted to get done, or just chill and read a book. I just started In a Holidays last night, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Hopefully I have time to read like 2 Christmassy books because I just love them. Frick it. Maybe I could just read holiday books all year round. You know, why not? So anyways, thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you back here on, let me just double check the date. Oh my God, where's my calendar? On January 7th. January 7th, we will be back with a all new episode. So looking forward to that. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Okay, that's my song for you guys. Okay, love ya. Bye.